everyone, welcome back to Jades Corner. On this newest edition of the rebooted Fantasy Fight series, we'll see the epic battle between two powerful werewolf-vampire hybrids, Niklaus Mikaelson and Michael Corvin. These two powerful hybrids from the originals and Underworld possess incredible powers and abilities that would make a hypothetical fight between them incredible. So join me as we break down the epic battle between these two hybrids regarding strength, speed, agility, durability, endurance, combat experience, and hacks. But before we begin this fight to the death, if you're new here, subscribe, hit that like button, and ring that notification bell to stay up to date on all things supernatural, including these thrilling battles. So let's see who wins in an all-out brawl between the original hybrid and the first Lycan vampire hybrid.
It's survival of the fittest on a global scale. Who among the challengers will make it to the top? This is it, the fight we've all been waiting for. Which of these two challengers will walk away a champion?
The important question is, who am I? Please, forgive the intrusion. My name is Klaus.
You're the hybrid.
You've heard of me. Fantastic. Okay. Who's next?
The battle has begun! Are you ready? Who will emerge a champion? Let's get started! Fight!
So for strength, we're gonna give this to Niklaus Mikaelson. He killed 12 hybrids, fought an army of vampires, decapitated a witch with a graduation cap, which is just an insane physical feat, which still baffles my mind till this day. He performed decently well against Marcel Gerard, an upgraded original vampire, and Alaric Saltzman, an enhanced original vampire, both of which are stronger physically than Niklaus Mikaelson, and these are all far more impressive strength feats than anything that was seen in Underworld, and they far outclass anything that was seen in Underworld. As for Michael Corvin, he performed decently well against Victor, one of the original elders, and Marcus Corvinus, the first vampire in that verse. He also defeated the first werewolf, Marcus's twin brother, William Corvinus, and Candril, one of the lords of the Crescent Wills. Although these fights and these feats performed by Michael are pretty impressive, to say the least, for Underworld standards, they're not anything compared to decapitating somebody with a graduation cap. That's freaking insane. So yeah, Klaus takes the strength category here.
I think we're about to see something big! Looks like we can expect fireworks!
For speed, we're gonna give these two a tie. In close quarters, I think Michael Corvin has the edge, but in terms of fighting speed and traveling speed, Klaus far outclasses Michael, so it's gonna be a tie here. So for Klaus, he outran an explosion, and that's probably one of his most impressive, or probably the most impressive speed feat that comes to mind off the top of my head for travel speed, and he's able to fight using his supernatural speed. So he fights using the same speed he would have used to travel in close quarters combat against his opponents. So for fighting speed and travel speed, it's going to go to Niklaus Mikaelson for sure. Now, let's not underestimate Michael Corvin. Now, Michael moves so fast in close quarters, you would think the dude is teleporting. This is specifically shown against his fight with Victor in the first Underworld movie, and I'll show a clip of it here. It's pretty impressive.
And the battle continues! What will happen now?
Now for agility, we're gonna give this one to Michael Corvin. Klaus isn't very agile when fighting, as opposed to Michael Corvin, who is very, very agile, as seen in his fights specifically with Candril, William, and Victor.
Will the tide of battle turn? Let's keep it up!
Alright, so durability is gonna go to Niklaus Mikaelson. Klaus can't be killed by anything except the bite from an upgraded original vampire such as Marcel or Lucian. This was confirmed by Michael Narducci, who was the original showrunner, writer, and executive story editor, and their bite carries venom combined from 7 different werewolf packs and white oak extracted from the last white oak bullet, and Klaus can also be killed by the white oak stake, none of which Michael Corvin knows about, so it's gonna be kind of hard for him to deal with killing Klaus outright in this fight. Now, for Michael, he died from extreme physical damage due to being impaled on, I think, a rebar or something of that sort by Marcus Corvinus in Underworld Evolution, and he had to be revived by way of Celine's blood. So yeah, durability is definitely going to Niklaus Mikaelson here. Although, to Michael's credit, he can take quite a bit of physical damage despite not feeding on vampire blood for the most part, as seen in the live action versions of Underworld.
Who will emerge victorious?
For endurance, I'm gonna have to give this one to Niklaus Mikaelson once again. He can fight for long periods of time without exhaustion. We see this numerous times throughout all the Vampire Diaries and all of the originals. And for Michael Corvin, he can fight for long periods of time without exhaustion too, but if enough damage is done to him, he will eventually tire out from fatigue, as seen with his fight against Victor and his fight against Marcus Corvinus as well. So yeah, endurance is definitely gonna go to Niklaus Mikaelson for this category.
This bout will determine who is the strongest once and for all.
For combat experience, I'm gonna have to once again give it to Niklaus Mikaelson. He's over 1,000 years old, so he has 1,000 years of fighting numerous different opponents, human and supernatural, and is a master swordsman, as compared to Michael Corvin, who has only fought Lycans for the most part, as far as I can remember from the scenes I gathered for this video, and has fought some of the most powerful characters in the verse, i.e. Victor, Marcus Corvinus, and his twin brother William, but none of those characters, even Marcus and William, stack up to the level of Niklaus Mikaelson. For combat experience, we're gonna give it to Klaus Mikaelson here as well.
Pull out all the stops! Which one of these fighters will snatch victory from the jaws of defeat?
For experience, it's again gonna have to go to Niklaus Mikaelson, and this is getting really one-sided at this point. Klaus is over 1,000 years old, so 1,000 years of experience compared to what Michael's 40 plus years old. I mean, come on now. And plus, Michael was only a hybrid for about 9 years. Michael's experience compared to Klaus, yeah, Klaus wins this one. It's not even up for discussion.
It all comes down to this. This is the last round.
All right, Michael's finally gonna get some respect, because with the final category, which is hacks, I gotta give a tie to both of them. They both have similar resistances due to their hybrid natures. They're both immune to sunlight, naturally because they're hybrid, so that in the Vampire Diaries universe terms, Klaus doesn't need a daylight ring, and for Michael, he literally doesn't need anything. He can just go out in the sun without anything sort of protecting him at all whatsoever. Hacks, I'm gonna give it to both of them. I can't really think of anything aside from like Klaus's extreme durability and extreme super strength advantage that really overpowers Michael's sort of, you know, hacks. So yeah, I think hacks has definitely got to go to both of them for sure. All right, we've reached this video's conclusion. The winner is Niklaus Mikaelson. Sorry, Michael.
You lose.
Finish him. I shall consume your very soul.
Fatality.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, as it helps this video perform better in the YouTube algorithm and reach more people. Comment your thoughts on this video below. I go through all the comments, so any feedback is appreciated. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, consider making today that day. And when you subscribe, don't forget to hit that bell icon and set those notifications to all so that you never miss a future video. Also, don't forget to join my Discord server linked below. All my socials will also be linked in the description down below as well. And until next time, this is Jades Corner signing off. Peace. And now, a sneak peek and tease for the next Fantasy Fights video.